Hello everybody, 3B's there, another day, another playthrough. Actually, a playthrough I already commented, but I was very late to comment this part. This is part 4 of the spiritual playthrough by Brave Nighthawk. Here we go. Character level at 23. Some little money from the apples. This never gets old. Although at this point of the game it's not that great to have 150 gold. I mean, it's 300, but I'm picture 150 of net worth, of net gain, because you can buy the apples in the tool shop for 150, whatever. You got me. Thank you. So the cave was done last time, and beautifully, because there was a very lucky found of an identified spear in one chest. I don't remember if it was a wood or a silver chest, but whatever. And it was identified, and boom, it was a fire spear, which is already good because the fire enchantment is well, kind of the barrier for just raw damage when you're not against fire resistant enemy, of course. And this was in the cave, which has almost all fire sensitive enemies, so that sped up things. And now we are in the Tower of Demons, which is the dungeon, at least the main dungeon, that has the most flying enemies, which, you know, kind of makes sense, since even the final boss is flying. Well, I mean, the dungeon boss is flying. So the archer having the anti-flying skill is extra powerful in the Tower of Demons. I don't remember which is the level of this skill right now, but we'll see. This raw power is kind of good. So what I thought the build would be was that it would be a lot more about charge attack, and there is charge attack, yes, but I feel that the amount of intel would be far higher, and it's not that much, still at 30 this late in the game. Well, this is not the fire spear, I saw some poison. Yeah, the auto aim is it's kind of tricky, because you visually that's void, but actually some of them are walls. Like it's kind of weird. Yeah, especially in this situation, like the Z paradox with stairs. I don't know exactly how it works. Sometimes you think that you're reading and it's not. I mean, yeah, it's weird. And this is where the Spear Archer does better than the Bow Archer, which is the preferred build for many people, is when there are a group of enemies close together. Because the Javelin charge attack can pierce through enemies. Yeah, this is another example of weird Z paradox stuff. If you try to go up the stairs, the centers on the left, they will hit you while you're there, but you cannot hit them from below. So this is far more of a normal attack spam build that I thought it would be. And you can see that the dexterity might be kind of high though. I think that's what I said basically on the last part. But it might not be that much more than what you need, depending of if there is further investment. But I think, well, I did a video about Dex benchmark, but what I remember is that in the Tower of Demons, if you go 48, you can hit every enemy outside of the dolls. And I think the character has about 70-ish, which is enough for those dolls. Now, if there's further investment in Dex, that's kind of wasted. But if you really plan to do kind of almost all normal attacks, you could argue that 70 is a good amount for that. Despite, you know, the dolls being only on one screen and clumped together, especially with some AoE with the speed charge attacks, I would say no, but I'm not omnipotent. And this is the dolls. And they come in line as well. They pop in line on this, the only screen which they pop. So you can have them easily with Blaze, Blast. You can have them with Spears AoE, with Dragon attacks, charge attack, like everything. Pretty much everything that has an AoE I think is very good against them. They're not that resistant, but they're kind of fast though, which is why they drop the speed ring, an accessory that gives you 20 more movement speed. Which frankly, if you don't have the game's manual, doesn't mean anything to you, because this is not a statting game. But I think that the difference of movement speed between the Dragonaut, which is the slowest class, and the Ninja, which is the fastest, is 40. And you feel it in a game. So the speed ring, you know, you feel it when you have it on you. Although for normal mod, movement speed is not that necessary. You can outspeed most of the enemies, which is not the case in advanced mod. They have increased speed, including movement speed. And that was the dolls. Mostly done with charge attacks, actually. So my argument was valid. But, you know, again, this amount of 70-ish is kinda high. But if there's no further investment in this dungeon and in the next two dungeons, you're set for all your fights up against Chaos. I don't remember the name, the decks that Chaos has. Well, you will using charge attack against him probably. I mean, it. I guess Chaos doesn't have a gender. Doesn't even have a face. Just kind of gloomy eyes, devoid of everything. These mages are kind of annoying, but I think they consider flying, if I'm not mistaken. So the archer can just straight up one-shot them at this level, probably with with a charge attack level 2. And this is 62 dex. Okay. So this is a little high for this dungeon, but if you take into account that you can preemptively invest in dex and be done, it's not that bad. Just one full level up and in holding dex, and you'll be set for the rest of the playthrough. 4 in range, 3 in spear, 2 in critical. Okay. Only 1 in healing. Well, it's true that sometimes it's difficult to really find skills to allocate everywhere. When you're going for some high strength build like that, I would advise never pick enchant, because you will really feel like it's useful in normal mod. In advanced mode, where enemies are tougher, that's not the same. As for critical, keeping it level 2 is statistically the best you can have. Same for healing. Probably for anti-flying as well, because maybe one more level. Although this enemy can drop the ancient ring if you're lucky, which would be very, very nice. It's actually so good that it's a good idea to farm for them if you have trouble with the subsequent dungeons. So the ancient ring reduces the cost of your charge attack by 1. And I can never remember. This is the Cardosus family, the dude that are flying, and the others. This is the Automaton family. There we go. You would think that after all these years playing this game, I would remember basic names, but no, I always forgot. Aha. Do summon a char. No, don't do that to yourself. I think after the screen, there's the clone. No? I didn't investigate how the clone do stuff. Like, do the clone pick your highest weapon mastery? If so, it will have the spear instead of the bow, or does it defaults into the first weapon equipable? We'll see. I wonder if we'll see the herb overflow glitch. I wouldn't have taken this much time just to pick an item that I know I won't use, because he doesn't have any points into bow mastery. What? Yeah, those damn harpies. This is a very hard passage. You're on the timer. And the archer has a good time against the harpy because they're flying, but for other characters, this screen can be challenging. It's really just kill an enemy before they come to you. Gargoyles are flying. The demons are also flying. The colossus are flying. The harpies are flying. There are some gizmos as well. And I think that's pretty much... No, they're also the mages. Now the boss, the Death Angel is not... no, the Dark Angel is not considered flying. Just a few screens left. And I was wrong about the clone as well. And the tower, and I think we saw one before, but you can start to collect the Elven set, which is a archer lock set of head and body. It's not like exceptionally powerful, but I would always like to equip this equipment specially made for the class. And if you're lucky, you know, so yeah, this is the Elven cap for the head. If you're lucky, you can have an identified version with some nice enchantment on it once you identify them. Okay, nice. The problem with the Zappy is that when the tornado is on their blast attack, they can charge the other one, and they come by pair on the screen. So you just get stun lock. Yeah, there's a secret, but it's accessible by up there. And you need to have bombs anyway. Or have a flail. I think this is one of the few when the flail can do that. Of course, not accessible to the archer. Aha! It was what I was talking about. Maybe we'll see some nice Elven cap, especially for the archer. We'll see the enchantment on that. That might be kind of hype, because last time there were that spear that popped that was hyper hyped. Actually, these just motivated me to do a highlight about entire playthroughs. I'm fully ready to do a highlight of the entire playthrough there just to push this moment. That was just how hype it was. That's whatever. I want to see the cap. I didn't saw it. I noticed that the summon is spellbook is boosting. So will, that's intel plus enchantment. I think that's plus 8. Some nice bow, but that's a wannabe bloat bow. But no, this is not the right character for doing that. Plus 8. Yeah. Can have plus 4, 8, 12, and 16. Ah, that's actually very good. That's actually very, very good, because Chaos Castle is coming at some point, and you want those chaos enchantment that has light and dark res embedded into it. Okay, if you want to just grab the full elemental set and have 100 res to all your 6 elements, that's very good for Chaos Castle, because they're just like all elements. Maybe poison a little less, but other than that, they are powerful monsters from each element. Nah. Okay, doing some space. I don't know why he kept some equipment. I didn't notice what it was. The advance, the head stuff was giving more dexterity, but we'll say I didn't notice the other two. It went too fast. My attention span. Oof, even more dexterity. Just before a boss. I mean, well, not like just before boss, but I don't think we'll have another level up before the angel. I surely would have done strength. There's also a nice amount of vitality, but might be a little too much. Each time you're going for vitality, you're sacrificing your DPS a little bit. But it depends on how you play. I'll play recklessly. It can be strength inducing. It's always nice to have a good amount of HP to back you up. Although you can have the problem right now. You'll still take some shots because you cannot kill enemies before they come to you in groups, and therefore this destroys your defense. So there's a balance to find. Oh, okay. Some nice arbiter. I think the arbiter gains extra points because there's always this like screeching sound from the light status effect. Well, I think it's kind of cool. Although I guess if Azuzrak could be occasionally even cooler, because there's this thing when if enemies dies of poison, they can be, I don't know how to say, they can be animation lock of, basically the animation of taking damage via poison is activated over and over because it's faster than the animation of death. So instead of dying instantly, they die over and over for a few seconds until the poison wears off. I think I see a bow. Character is not sideweb it. I think I see a bow on the clone. That means that indeed he defaults to the first weapon. Ah, that's exactly what I thought. Although I know that the... Okay, never mind. It works as well. So this is just all healing items. I know that it works with a herb, but just there that was a healing drop. So what it does is that by dropping an healing item on the clone, I don't know exactly how it does that, but his HP overflows. Normally it's in the thousands at this point. I mean, more than 1,000 at least. But there it overflows and goes to really, really low amounts. It was even less than our own character. That was very close. Well, with the amount of leveling range skill, you can outrange most of the enemies that fire spells, if not all, at least in normal mod. Going for those two little dudes on the sideway. Sad. So the sideway, when there were the 2 demons, there's multiple gates. You can open them with tower keys. That drops from any kind of monster, I think, in the demon's tower, but most especially the demons and the gargoyles. I might be wrong, maybe they're the only one that can drop it. Yeah, this one it just increased the selling value. That's all this enchantment does. And of course, you have an enchantment that does the exact opposite. That screws you by dividing by 10 the amount of gold that you were supposed to have. There's a lot of bronze metal just staying there from the Colosseum. It's still there and it's absolutely useless. I find it kinda cute. Because since then there have been better version of this exact same thing. Previously there were the silver metal. That just gives you more HP. Sometimes you wish the javelin charge attack would travel further. But maybe to optimize your damage against a group of enemy, you actually want to get close to them before fire off. Which is what some people do when you're playing one spellcaster. Well, I mean, the sorceress and the dark wizard. Because the priestess shining aura forces you to ram through enemies anyway. Okay, boss fight. And by the way, I always think when I see, that this is supposed to be a place when she rests, whatever, for what we know. Always picture her just getting completely soaked each time it rains. It's just goofy. This is gonna be a tedious fight. The spear charge attack is better against group of enemy, but against a single target, it's not that great. Which is also, now that I think about it, after a few episodes, why Brave Knight invested that much into dexterity and as a mean to improve normal attack spam. Because as you can see, against a single enemy, which includes the boss fight, it's better. So there's a balance to get, and I know that this like feather attack that she does, you can absolutely evade all the feathers. I knew that at some point a long time ago I was able to do it, and I stopped playing the game for a few months and managed to completely forget about how to do it. Anyway, at least you can, if you're close to where she starts attacking, you can manage to only get one feather at most. That's still better than being in a position when you can have 2, 3. Yeah, there were 2. Yeah, the like blue aura attack after a charge attack, it doesn't have that much power than a normal attack. It was a 45 boosted by about 20 to 30%. Meh. Wonder when I'll finally delve again into translate the Japanese games manual. I might discover the properties of this blue attack. An elven cap. Is it even more hype than before? Although it would have been extra apt to have an elven vest instead of having the set, but maybe in the volcano. Because with the amount of time remaining, 1 hour on the recording, I'm picturing that the volcano was finished. Likes all the items to be organized. I can understand that. It's pretty when you have lines of same item. On to the volcano. There are not that many flying enemies. Like there's those bats, gizmos. There are some will-o-wisps, but I don't know if they're dead of flying. I don't remember. Technically, will-o-wisp could be both. And there are some gargoyles, but not that many. There's 2 dragons as well. They are flying. Although Gillspire will prove to be challenging with this build. I mean, you kind of prove to be challenging every time, anyway. But when you need to distance yourself since he always chasing after you, I'd say it's extra difficult. Oh, the critical does some nice damage. It was more than double, which is kind of weird. Normally it's supposed to be double, but I guess it doubles the variance as well. Yeah, these enemies that just fire that just play spell in the volcano late like a truck. Should I say they hurt like hell? Hellfire, pun intended. Not very good humor, but you can appreciate the two at least. I kinda want next time to see Brevnarl trying to get the elemental gloves from the Colosseum before tackling the volcano. It's kinda challenging because it's I think it's rank 10. So enemies from the Chaos Castle. But if you go for full explosive charge attacks on a misunderstanding, I can pass. I know everything, because I'm mysterious. Nice avoid. This is what you want to do against him, basically going for some sort of V trajectory when escaping him. But sometimes you just screws up. The worst is that if it is you, you lose your charge attack. It's kinda beefy as well. Well, I guess in a way this is the closest simulation you get, more than the clone, to what a match against your friend in multiplayer in the Coliseum would be. Yeah, they have really high dexterity. It's better to use charge attack against them. Although weirdly, the, the charge attack failed and there's two normal attacks connected. Random. But yeah, they have like 200 dexterity or something. Will Whisper are the family with the highest dexterity in the game. Might be even more than bosses. Level up, we have for skill points we have spears level 3, ranges level 4. I would picture that the next thing to level up would be spear, because more power is what you want to do in the Chaos Castle has so many enemies that just hits very hard that you won't really have time to regenerate your SP naturally anyway. I can never take out of my head that those minotaurs resemble just some big frogs. I cannot just unsee that. I wonder how the Holy Guardian of Fire will go now. He's a big bottleneck. More than, well, probably more than any other bosses. The other just requires you to have a lot of healing item, but this one puts you on a clock. I mean, someone pointed out that there is a way to reset him on his path and make him go back to the beginning, but it's a specific way of playing, and you still need healing item to go into the lava and not getting screwed up by this attack. It's not easy to pull off. Yeah, this golem have just massive defense. Since they don't even bring more XP than other monsters, you might as well just ignore them when you can. I might see a soul getting popped up. Okay, never mind. It's kind of funny that they come in 3 and they're supposed to be inspired by I mean, do they have 3 head or 2 head actually? I never really look at their head. I'm just looking at the body to know where they are. But are they inspired from Ortus or Kerberos? That's something I should know. Yeah, this is true at the legal authors. Also, I think they call the Cerberus family though. But anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, you can barely just escape. Yeah, on the side. He's Blaze, well, I mean, it's supposed to be his flame breath, you know, as a fire dragon, but it's a blaze spell. Since his body is so massive, it's actually very easy to escape it. The fact that his hitbox is so large, it screwed his line of sight. Time for just by through. It's actually more manageable, in my opinion, on the second version, because it's kind of easy to avoid his demon breath, and this is a short amount of time in which you can charge your attacks. Although this is always a nice opportunity to have a YouTube thumbnails, because he does this, he T-pose like, "Come at me!" No healing drops left, no. Oof. Okay, next attack is Doom. No. Yeah, it still hits like a truck. Which is fitting, by the way, when you unlock him as a playable character. He do start with higher strength than his armored counterparts, and also more movement speed, which I think is the most interesting part. Purity, yeah. Well, apparently it's more defense, but just because of +2. I don't think it's worth it giving up on the rage enchantment. Yeah, at least it sells well. Back in. Yeah, at this point on the game, getting at him are very cheap. So no point in being shy to buy all of them. It doesn't come at you until you attack him, so maybe a good opportunity to start off by a charge attack. It's a little something, but you would have taken 60 to 70 more damage, which It doesn't really change the fight that much, but you know, it's just my min-maxing brain. Bro. Yeah, it's fine. It's not very dynamic. It's basically you just running in circles for multiple minutes. But it's challenging. We can get that. Bro, I hate summer. There is a freaking fly on my mic. Like, bro, could have just gotten everywhere else. It's stunning me even by coming back, bro. Type summer in the comments if you dislike summer as well, as I do. Finally, it wasn't that bad. I challenge you to a duel. I mean, it's not like we did two already. Anyway. Well, still quite a lot of time after that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly what I would do. Those guns just aren't worth it. Some nice battery to grab. Although at this point of the game it doesn't matter because you could just grab the outer ring from the Coliseum. If you miss all battering, you could have. But there were like 2 or 3 just in the volcano. And there are not even that many bats. So, quite okay. Which makes me wonder... The Master Ring, okay, the current accessory is the Master Ring. Yeah, I guess it could be considered better. Damn. Just casually losing half your life to random enemies like that. Just because they form a wall of flames. That was... That's the part I like about this game. I like the fact that you cannot just pause the game and have time to think about what you do and just casually gobbling your healing item by... I like the fact that going into the inventory doesn't pause the game in this game. I think it's a very important factor of an action RPG. And I wish it were present in more games. Mm, there are times like this when you wish the Intel were better. More Intel would always be beneficial anyway. But it's always hard to find the balance. I myself, I'm working towards determining the value of Intel for SP regeneration and the value of meditate and regen speed bonus from enchantment as well. I think there's a sweet spot at like once you pass, I don't know, 100 intel or so, you don't get that much more regeneration rate for SP. But at a lower amount, I think that this is I don't want to say huge, but this is better. I don't know what is the sweet spot for Intel yet, but I would picture that this could have been a little more than that. Because that's, what, 16? You get 2 SP per point of Intel. Oh, that was sad. Yeah, his hitbox is kind of weird. Due to the paradox, but basically you should aim at his feet. Okay, I'll be the retroaction. No later, it would have been used anyway. Well, the auto aim mitigates it a little. Well, I don't know if it's intentional, but Brave Knight always use air to check on the item before using them with the B shortcut. You can just use B even without seeing the row of item that you equipped. But maybe you just want to make sure to use the correct one. Which, I don't know if it's a good or a bad habit. But it's kinda good to use the correct item and not just waiting oh sorry. Just waiting your SP healing item just to get 2 SP back, but also at the same time it takes you time, so I don't know. It's better if you know what item you currently have on your usable slots, but also as well I tend myself to use the incorrect one a lot, so I'm not saying this is bad. Maybe I would say that this is not the optimal way of playing, but mine is not as well, because I screw up and often use not the item that I was supposed to use. Damn, if there even at this point of the game those enchanted items in the shops are still very expensive. Just one would screw your finances. Okay. Well, I'm not sure about this critical invest. I would picture that with the amount of skill, it would have been at the. Well, actually, no. I don't know. I don't know if spear level 4 would have been. Actually, no. Spear level 4 would have been better because there's it gives you more attack as well. So even outside of the higher charge attack capabilities, it would have been better there. I just hope that there won't be in a short amount of time in the next dungeon a spear that requires level 4 to be equipped, as that would be cancelled. Yeah. I mean, what's funny about this boss is that once you have enough stats, it's just so trivial, it's kind of ridiculous. But when you rush into the game like that and you're not even level 30 while being close to finishing normal mode, like now, it's very challenging. Maybe. Oof. Okay, that was kind of nice. That was very close. You could retreat to the to like the left lower part of the screen when you have a little platform with a lava and fire your shot from there when you have range. But it's more difficult to aim when you don't see the guardian for a few steps. It would be interesting to see if this smith reel is tier. Well, I think it's still tier 1, but I know that tier 2 can start to appear in Chaos Castle. So because this is the gold chest just before Chaos Castle, maybe it's tier 2. Or close to it at least. And talking about Chaos Castle, I see that on the time count of the video there's still 30 minutes left. So I'm guessing we'll start to tackle Chaos Castle. Going to the Mushroom Forest. Or maybe just going for a few trying to unlock the Beast Mountain, I guess, but it's not there. It's actually in the previous room. You need to go on the right, and there is a secret passage in the wall. This is the same area when you got the Cloud of Times journal. Yeah, this is this kind of emplacement on the right, but it was actually in the same room that with the two sisters previously that gave access to the Mushroom Forest. You have to talk to a wolf. I don't know how they call, but like a wolf man, same as Zach, that talks to you about how he wished to train endlessly until he defeats Death Out, and it gives you access to the Beast Mountain, Beast Mountain, yeah, which is the first dungeon of Shining Soul 1. Vitality. Okay. Well, to really justify putting points into Vitality, you would need a lot more and then being able to pass from healing drops to healing water. Okay, I'm guessing this is a bit of training before tackling the Chaos Castle. Nice. Not everyone goes for the Mushroom Forest. Although this could have been done earlier. I think it's available after the cave. Yeah, now that I think about it, the Archer also has a good time there. Because there are many of those like mushroom enemies, hobbits and Archer, or Sniper or whatever they're called. But they're not the most challenging monsters around. The most challenging are those poison harpies, and the final battle is against druids, so part of the mage family. I think they use ice and thunder magic, and then you have an eyeball that uses thunder magic. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the eyeball uses thunder magic and the mages use blaze and frost. It's not frost, but you know, the ice spell. Freeze. Yeah, it's called freeze. I cannot remember my names of anything today. Although the reward that you get from the mushroom forest is not that much. I don't remember if once you save the grandpa, he gives you something right away. But after that, he asks you to bring him a lot of mushrooms. No, a lot of flowers, and he makes you a flower necklace that gives you more item appearance. If you know the unlucky hood of the Flood Leech, you know that this is absolutely useless. Although the mushroom forest is a nice place if you want to train your elemental resistance to poison, if you want to min-max. And that's another thing that I have not theory crafted. I still don't know if it's like remotely worthy to farm a lot of your natural elemental resistances. I mean, in the end of the day, if you just need a lot at the same time, you just grab some special equipment. I don't remember if I tried this, but can you just give him... Yeah, this is Toadstool. This is not... you can get some poisonous once time. Oh, maybe you need multiple of them? I don't remember. Or is it Toadstool the... Or we should get the... No, it's not. It's not. Because he is the bee there. So if it was the one that poisons you once you ingest it, it will already been the case. But yeah, I remember that you need to throw a mushroom at it and then launch a wing. I don't know why it didn't work there. But I don't remember if I probably tried in the past, but I don't remember their outcome. But if you just throw poison mushroom at him, I would picture that the dev theory would do that. So what do they do? Ice and fire. Okay, and then the ice ball is doing thunder. And they are all fire. The dude's beefy, yeah? And that's it for the mushroom forest, but it can be done multiple times. Actually, if you are a completionist and want to not only save the grandpa but have the flower necklace after that, it's oh, maybe that's her that does the flower necklace. I don't remember. I want to see the snow. No, okay. So this is the one NPC that when you go to the Beast Mountain, you have two versions of it. One version, well, basically one version in summer, one version in winter that has snow. Okay, so next is Beast Mountain. And so the first time you go there, this is the summer version, and the second time you go there, this is the winter version. And at the end of it, by finishing it, you can grab a snowman, which is an item that you give to the NPC from before, and she gives you a magic belt, which is a backpack and a chest together, or knapsack. Is it knapsack? Well, anyway, it adds one row to both your weapon and item. Well, this is nice that you train before tackling the Chaos Castle, because this is a this is a very large dungeon, just because there are so many different elemental attacks coming from everywhere. Because the other dungeon, you can just, if you have a little trouble, you can just be specialized in your elemental resistances, but not in the Chaos Castle. Well, not a lot to comment there. This is just gonna be, unless there's a random drop that is really overhyped, but other than that, I'll just look with you. I wonder how it got stuck in there. But now that I think about it, I remember when I'm not that high by the base mountain. There's not that many chests compared to other dungeons. Even just like a wood chest randomly there and there. It brings a little more hype than just hordes and hordes of enemies. It's not like they bring much more better loot. Like, what is there? You have unicorns, the Cabbage family, some lizards, and you have a dragon in the end. Yeah. Maybe if you want to farm for scales, like there, that's nice. Other than that, well, actually, now that I think about it, if you farm for scale there, because I think that you can get the Beast Mountain before the volcano. So you can farm for scale and then some fire resistant equipment before going to the volcano. I guess that's the best thing about the Beast Mountain. Because I don't really picture the magic belt to be that useful. Because having one more row to your weapons, it can be nice when you're a spellcaster and you have more than 3 spell books that you often use, but then you will pretty much just need one healing HP recovery item, depending of like tied to your max amount of HP, and then one SP recovery item, and you want the one that brings you the most. If you're a pure spellcaster, chances are you can. At this point of the game, you are using Ray of Hope since for some time now. I don't know. I mean, that's the same argument I made with the variant that gives you 2 roll to either your item or weapon. Like, I would be very curious, and I'm actually positively curious to see anyone using them, because I see no reason for them. The best way to cheat with the archer. Unidentified spear. Well, I don't think that anything can be as hype as the fire spear in the cave, but we never know. Maybe we could have a spear that decrease your SP cost for charge attacks. Okay, so time for the dragon. So first, in the summer version of the Beast Mountain, this is a fire dragon. Full strength? Okay. Well, actually, it depends of the remaining training before going to Chaos Castle. Yeah, this is... I'm gonna be perfectly honest. This has happened to me. Because, yeah, in the mushroom forest you can find some mushroom that heals you. I think they're actually just called a mushroom. And then the toadstool poisons you. Which is actually very useful if you want to train your poison resistance. But yeah, if you don't pay attention, that can kill you. Okay, and keeping the neutral version, that's a good idea. So I think that's full dexterity. 5, okay. And actually the amount of dexterity now is a little low. But there's a big gap between the volcano and the castle. There's not that many enemy that requires it, but if you have around 70, that's a nice amount for Chaos Castle. But yet again, here its enemies are just so powerful in terms of offense there that you won't be around enough time to regenerate your SP naturally in the castle anyway. So there's gonna be a lot of charge attacks. I mean, that's my prediction. Maybe I will be totally wrong. We'll see. And the stun act of reflex, so that's 8. That's I think this will be then 73, close to pretty much the required amount to eat your shots in the Chaos Castle. Okay. Oh no, because it would take away the bonus from the Elven set. So that's only 3 more. Okay, never mind. Only 5 minutes left, so I'm guessing just a little bit of shopping and stuff. And calling it a day. Okay, this is, I guess, where I'll leave you. And so thanks for watching, and I will see you another time for part 5, which will be the Chaos Castle, because contrary to what I predicted, it wasn't tackled there. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.